Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between VampyWorm and DixieNormous on Bridgehead, the latter edition. Alright, so this is an intra-clan war between members of Team Ascension, and on the right side of Bridgehead, the latter edition, we have the red Protoss player, it is VampyWorm. And on the left side of Bridgehead, the latter edition, we have the blue Terran player, it is DixieNormous. And again, these are players both from Team Ascension, so they know each other fairly well. This should be a close match. I anticipate some very good play from both of these guys. Yet another PvT on the channel. I feel like PvT and ZVP are probably the favorite match combinations for people on the channel, for my subscribers. I can definitely understand that. It's just fun to see two races going against each other in that way. TVZ is also good, but again, I just feel like PvT is more requested, as well as that ZVP just gets the most views. Anyway, so taking both the gas, here is VampyWorm. I do want to mention this was submitted to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. My screener Squeaks was nice enough to get in there and take a look at this one and deem it worthy for casting. So I'm expecting, again, some pretty solid play from both of these players. Team Ascension is known for having pretty solid play all the way around. They do have players of all levels. And so all the way up from pro, the guys from the lower levels to the pro level of StarCraft 2. This is a sneaky SCV. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Perhaps a proxy... What am I thinking? Proxy factory? Proxy starport down here? What is going on? Waiting for that bunk. There it is. And there's the factory. Yes, indeed it is a proxy factory with a rally point inside the base here. So we'll have to see exactly what happens with that guy there. What can... Hellions? No. Hellbats? No. Widow Mines? No. Cyclones? No. I don't know what DixieNormous can make out of this factory. They can get over these rocks. The rocks are here to protect this area, but that's exactly where the rally point is pointing to. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen there. Maybe there are some Marines on the way to help knock down these rocks so that the whatever comes out of the factory can get through. But at this point, I don't know exactly what DixieNormous's plan is. VampyWorm, on the other hand, playing much more standard, getting an Adept out because you know what? Adepts are really good. They two-shot Marines, and they can also hold their own in the late game thanks to the upgrade to their attack speed available at the Twilight Council. Here comes the Nexus expected as well. Again, this is normally protected by these rocks. The only way in here without killing those rocks is up this ramp, which can be held fairly easy by VampyWorm. Has some pylons here available to photon overcharge anybody that tries to come into this area. But once again, oh, okay. So it's a Widow Mine. The Widow Mine is going all the way home. Where is the Widow Mine going to? Oh, rally point is just right here, and there's the starport. Okay, so it's a Widow Mine drop with proxy here. So it's going to come a little bit earlier than VampyWorm is going to expect, which makes it interesting indeed. Moving out across the map, though, is a probe, is an adept, and is a mother core. I wonder if VampyWorm knows exactly what DixieNormous is likely to do. And it's going to get an attack on up here while most of the attacking units are back home. I guess there are some Marines that are being made for defensive purposes. They should do well against the adept. 4 or 5 Marines is enough to hold their own. They probably will lose one of their brethren, but not too many. SCV now going home. Its job done. There's the medevac. There's the second Widow Mine. Probably another Widow Mine on the way. I don't know. There's that pylon. Oh, it's a photon overcharge rush here. Forward photon overcharge. The Marines are desperately trying to burn down this pylon. Mothership Core here to spot the high ground. They get the adept. They might want to try to get... No, they can't get the Mothership Core, but the photon overcharge comes up here. It's going to try to burn down this supply depot. The SCV does get killed by the pylon as well. And yes, the supply depot is definitely going to fall here. Photon overcharge does run out. It only lasts 30 seconds, but it does turn the pylon into a photon overcharge as the Widow Mine burrows happen. Picking up 3 kills there, not too bad, but they're still in here. And VampyWorm is mining, hoping the cooldown lasts a little bit longer than it usually does. Picking up more Widow Mines. The front door is wide open, however. Oh, single Marine, not enough to kill the Mothership Core. Another Marine comes on out, ends up immediately dead. At the same time, there's a bunker, but nobody can seem to get on inside it there. The Widow Mines are about to come down, but that's not going to happen. This Widow Mine here has 12 kills. It must have picked up some transferring probes. Oh no, this is not good at all. Both of these players are kind of in a weird spot. More adepts coming in, repairing this bunker with a single Marine on the inside. This Marine's going to try to make a quick break for it into that bunker as well. He manages to make it safely. Widow Mines, again, hanging out here. 3 kills there. This one is going to get an attack off on something here, and it does get that probe. Right now, the probe's lost is 19. Another Widow Mine drop over on this side of things. And now, I don't know where VampyWorm can actually make this happen. He's trying to mine, but... Oh, Burrow. Burrow. Can it? No, gets picked up, dropped, and does get killed by the probes. The other one as well gets killed before it can actually burrow there. Surprising play. I thought for sure that Widowmine could burrow and just kill a bunch of these things, but for some reason it could not. I think it was maybe pinned up against the side of the Nexus. The probes didn't give it enough surface area to burrow into. Interesting play indeed here. Medevac hanging out on this high ground, hoping the Stalker doesn't find it. This forward pylon is still here. I think DixieNormous knows about that. Indeed he does. Mothership Core trying to spot for this Stalker to maybe kill the Medevac, but that is definitely not going to happen. Another kill from that Widowmine. I'm not sure if VampyWorm knew that that one was there, but it's going to come down here and try to kill it nonetheless. Where's the Observer? There is one here. Oh, just picks up and runs away. And can it burrow before it gets killed? No, it cannot. There's no possible way. It does get destroyed here. Widowmine burrow gets the shot off, but I think only killed a single probe there. It does have 14 total kills on that one. And here comes the Stalker Adept combination to kill that Widowmine. Completely gone. So I think all the Widowmines have been cleaned out of VampyWorm's base. DixieNormous might just want to pick up these buildings and move them home. I'm not sure what the purpose of continuing to build Widowmines here is, but I guess if you first you don't succeed, try again. Third command center coming up as well, and the Marines are finally getting rid of this forward pylon, probably getting this probe as well, and unless the probe recognizes what's going on and runs now. Nope. Did not happen. They got destroyed by the Marines. It is 35 to 27 total supply. DixieNormous is ahead in this particular game. 2 refineries coming up at that base. There's already 2 here at the main base. And the gas income is only on 2 assimilators right now for VampyWorm. I think he took a huge hit with that count there. Again, 37 to 30 total workers right now. Resources lost tab shows the Terran players lost 750 minerals to 100 gas. And VampyWorm has lost 1,300 minerals and 25 gas. Again, 22 probes have been lost for this Protoss player in this game. Observer heading on out. Medevac heading back home. And this Medevac has 3 Widowmines inside it. I mean, maybe go for another drop. There aren't any cannons here. Nothing that can see you coming necessarily. Your reaction time is probably going to be good for VampyWorm. And there are a couple Stalkers and Adepts here available. They're way up here on the north side of the map. Indeed, here comes the drop. Dropping 1, 2, 3. There's the burrow. These workers are in a lot of trouble. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, crushing hits there. Picking up all 4 Widowmines and heading back on out. It is now 34 probes that have died for VampyWorm. He cannot be happy at this point. Like I said, the Stalkers and the Adepts are here, but they were way up on the north side of the base. They're finally back here, but guess what? The barn door is open. The horses are gone. There is nowhere for you to attack. So DixieNormous, again, still has these proxy bases here that VampyWorm doesn't know about. I wonder if he just thinks these are coming from the main base. But once again, the army is out of position. The Widowmines drop on in. The probes try to run, but I think they're a little bit too late. They do get, oh, a big shot off there. The Widowmines do get cleaned up, and I think that Medevac is going to die as well. It does. Double photon overcharge makes sure of that. But 38 probes have died for VampyWorm at this point. It has been a probe massacre for the ages. DixieNormous up to 80 supply compared to 51 for his teammate, Team Ascension's VampyWorm. What is he making is the question, though. Let's take a look at his army composition. It looks like it's Bio, it's Marines, it's Marauders, it's some Medevacs, no Liberators in sight, no Cyclones in sight. Again, I just like the Cyclone. I don't know why Terran players don't like it very much. They continue to play basically like it's Heart of the Swarm most of the time, but here's VampyWorm's revenge. Bringing in some Adepts, using Psionic Transfer to get back on in there to kill some of the workers of their own. And there's the transfer, and immediately 2-shotting workers with their ability here. Actually, I forget what it's called. It's called the Glaive Cannon. Look at this. DixieNormous is not actually pulling his workers at all. Where is his attention right now? He's not doing anything. He's just losing every single worker at this base. Finally pulls them. The SCVs come on in and try to kill the Adepts if they're in a perfect position. The Marines backing it up, though, is enough to get rid of those Adepts. Finally, 8. Nope, just kidding. 13 SCVs have been killed so far in this game. It is 38 to 39, and actually VampyWorm is ahead in worker count at this point. Look at that chrono boost being used on this base down here, continuing to make workers, continuing to catch up, getting disruptors, exactly what you need against the bio units. And here comes the push from DixieNormous, moving across the map. A supply depot right here for reasons I don't fully understand. I guess they're to scout warp prisms coming along the south and the north sides of the map here. Heading on down to the south side, they probably want to kill these rocks and attack through here. Attacking up this ramp is pretty difficult. VampyWorm has this covered. Most Protoss players will have it covered. when all is said and done. Third base has landed for DixieNormous. He's mining from this. This is a pretty big advantage here for the Terran player. How are the upgrades on these units? No upgrades whatsoever. +1 infantry weapons is on the way, as well as combat shield and +1 shields. +1 armor, rather, for the Marines and the Marauders at the same time. So slowly burning this down. The Widowmine is ready to go. Burrowing right here for reasons I don't fully understand, but here we go. The army is not really responding like they know this is here. Now they are. Now they're heading on over. They have a pretty good concave here if the Protoss player wants to come out, but nope. Instead, they just stim on forward and they just go for it. Getting a nice attack there, taking down a pylon. Disruptors are using Purification Nova. Oh, killing a ton of Marines there. There's also a Colossus, which is huge for VampyWorm, but everything is falling on the ground here to these Marines and these Marauders. An Adept at the back here is trying to kill Marines, but reinforcements come in and take care of it. Adepts come from the north, but again, there are just too many bio units here, especially with the Medivacs healing overhead, making them that much more powerful. VampyWorm saying, I couldn't select my disruptors, and a GG. VampyWorm is defeated. DixieNormous is victorious, and VampyWorm has left the game. So, okay. Pretty good little back and forth PvT there. The Widowmine drops did so much damage. Disruptor did damage as well, but it just wasn't enough in the end. The hit that VampyWorm took was just too much to overcome. Again, he had the worker count, but the composition was a little bit, maybe not quite enough for the bio units here. The disruptors were good. Like he said, perhaps there were some control issues with those disruptors where you couldn't really select them and use them to Purification over the bio. If that was the case, then that's unfortunate. I'm not sure what the problem was, but DixieNormous played a very, very good game, really making use of those Widowmine drops to the full extent of their abilities, and he ended up being the victor in this particular cast. So, well played indeed to DixieNormous. Thank you everybody for watching so far. This has been yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload from Falcon Paladin. Thanks to all my subscribers, all 2,000 plus of you. I really love you all and for your support. Some of you are kind of weird and some of you are awesome, but all of you, I really appreciate you individually, each and every one. So again, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /Falcon Paladin. I do try to post out there pretty much every single day. I don't normally post my casts. I also like to post funny things and interesting news about the StarCraft world. So follow me over on Twitter and Facebook. Twitch, I've been kind of neglecting, so if you follow me on Twitch, I apologize. But it's just easier for me to cast than to live stream. It's just kind of better for my schedule. All right, but that is about it. And until next time, enjoy the nice music at the end of the cast, and you take care of yourself.